All right, just an FYI. Nobody is the boss of me. And have you seen me? Like, I don't know how many times I gotta tell these dudes, like, have you seen me? I gotta remind them. I gotta make them check themselves again. Like, clear out your eyes. Like, dude, clear out your eyes. Have you seen me? Like, have you seen me? Because, girl, so here's the thing. I met this dude like a year ago on social media, or maybe it was a dating app. I don't know. I don't remember. So I met this dude, and let me fix my camera so you guys can see me better. All right, there we go. So I met this guy, and we decided to go on a date. Um, 5 signs of he was no good, and I just let it go twice. So I agreed to go on a date with him. He lived like 45 minutes away. I'm like, he was a good looking dude. Um, we were supposed to meet up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Um, the guy did not show up to my house till like 9:30. Then he calls me. He's like, "Can you come downstairs or whatever?" So I came downstairs. I didn't get to see what kind of car he was driving, even though it really doesn't matter. All right, sometimes to me it does. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, it matters to me. No, it doesn't. It does. It does. It does. But anyway, so we were supposed to go to a restaurant by me, and he comes with a bag with a bottle of liquor and a bottle of wine for him. In our conversations, I explained to him that I like drinking wine. I don't like drinking liquor when I go on a first date with a dude or whatever. So he comes, and off the rip, I'm like, why is he bringing wine if we supposed to be going out? So he's like, oh, I was thinking that, maybe we could just chill upstairs or whatever. I'm like, all right. Because mind you, we were supposed to go to a restaurant, but he didn't show up till late. So I had already eaten. I wasn't hungry anyway. So we go upstairs to my house. As soon as we get there, I make him a drink. I pour me a glass of wine, sit in the living room with him. And off the rip, homeboy's like, this is nice. This is how I like to live. Just looking around my crib, like, that was the second sign. Third sign, he asks me if he could roll up. Actually, no. First sign was him coming in late, the wine, liquor, checking out my crib. This is the fourth one. He was like, you mind if I roll up? I don't smoke. So I'm like, whatever. At this point, I'm like, done. It's like 9:30, 9:45 at this time. Finally, I'm like, I'm all the way turned off. And I'm like, so, like, I'm getting ready to go to bed because I'm tired. Like, you came mad late or whatever. He's like, but I drove 45 minutes. Yeah, well, when you left to come, you should have called me. I would have told you, like, don't come. It was already too late. Like, you call me when you get to my block. You know what I mean? That was a year ago. Fast forward. Mind you, he leaves. I set him on his way. He thought he was going to stay in my house. No. I said, I'm going to bed. You going home. So he leaves. And he texts me that he got home safe and was like, if you care. I didn't even respond. I really didn't care. I know it's terrible of me. He was already saucy when he got to my house. Like, when I pulled out the bottle of wine and the bottle of liquor, his bottle of liquor was like halfway gone. So, like, dude, you started the party without me too? Come on. So a year later, he sees my picture. I guess he had my number saved in his phone, which I didn't have his, or maybe I did, but he saw, I don't think I did. All I know is that I changed my name, my picture on WhatsApp, and he saw the picture change, and he inboxed me. He, like, sent me a message and was like, I don't know what happened the first time. I'm so sorry. Can we do a do-over? He sounded really genuine or whatever. I didn't hold back. I called him out on everything I just told you guys and was like, it was a turn off for me. So finally, I gave in. I was like, all right. He was like, well, I came over there to see you, so can you come out here to see me? 45-minute drive, no problem. So I drive out there to go see him a couple of days later, whatever. Um, it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. We were supposed to go out to eat. So I pull up to his complex. I call him. I'm like, yo, I'm downstairs or whatever. And he comes downstairs and he comes downstairs. I get out my car, whatever. And I'm like, so where we going? He was like, I was thinking we could go chill upstairs at my crib for a little bit. All right. Here we go again with the BS. I'm like, all right. So we go upstairs to his house. I'm like, who lives there? He's like, oh, I live with family. All right. Is anybody there? No, it's just gonna be me and you. All right. So I go upstairs. And as soon as I walk in the house, I'm like, ay, Dios mío, why am I here? It was a small 1-bedroom apartment. So I'm like, family, like, family who? Off the rip, I'm like, this dude lives with his mother. Because it was the oldest, bulkiest furniture in that 1 bedroom. It was 1 bedroom apartment. It was so cluttered. And then there was like big plants everywhere. Like you could tell an older woman lived there, right? So I'm like, dude, like, I'm hungry. And it smelled like vinegar. Mind you, he told me that he made like Indian food like the night before. And that there was no, he was like, I made Indian food, like, I have Indian rice from last night left over, so I'm gonna just make you some steak with that. I'm like, make me steak. Like, I wanted to go out to eat, and I'm not eating in this house. Like, where's your mother? And he was like, oh, she's on vacation in Florida. So you don't gotta worry. No, I don't gotta worry about that, because I'm not gonna be here for too long. Like, what are we doing? So he was like, I was gonna make you steak with the rice. I was like, I don't want to eat leftovers. At this point, he's already annoyed with me because he's picking up my vibe. So he was like, so I can make you potatoes with the steak. I was like, with the potatoes, it's gonna take long. I'm hungry now. Like, I came hungry. He was like, all right, so what you want to eat? I was like, what you got around here? He was like, well, my brother owns a Jamaican cuisine restaurant. I was like, all right, I'm with that. Jerk chicken is my favorite. Yo, we get to the restaurant. It's a real nice little spot, He introduces me to his brother, whatever, and I place my order. I told him what I wanted. He goes back to the kitchen, I guess, to tell his brother. When I tell you, I sat at that table the entire time. Like, yo, I was on a date by myself. I sat there the whole time while I thought his brother was making my food. He was in the back with his brother the whole time while I was waiting. And then comes out with my plate of food. And not his food. So, he brings in my food. I eat my food. It was good. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was good. So, I'm eating my food. And the dude is gone. Like, I'm legit. I sat there at the table by myself waiting for my food. And now I'm eating my food by myself. The food was good. I wasn't even mad. I didn't even realize all of this until after I ate. When he comes out with his plate of food. By this time, I'm already done with my food. I had a little bit of leftovers. I was like, yo, can you give me a plastic bowl so I can put my leftovers in for later, whatever? He was like, all right. He goes to the back to get it. I fill it up. He's sitting there eating his food. I was like, I'll be back. I'll go outside. Came back in. By the time I came back in, homeboy had his food packed up in plastic. He was like, all right, so we're gonna go to my crib. Mind you, his car was an antique old car, which is okay, but it was dusty and dirty. It had empty, like, you taking a girl in your car. Like, my guy, get rid of the bottles and clean it up. Something, vacuum. It was legit dusty everywhere. Mind you, I'm looking cute. Like, I got my El Marie jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you... Mira. And I still was like, but let me tell you, all this happened on the second date within a half hour, not even 45 minutes, maybe 45, maybe a half hour. I was in and out that date. I was in and out the date by myself. Like, I sat there, ate, whatever. We get in his car. He drives back to his complex. He thought we was going back upstairs. I was like, all right, so peace. Date's over. Oh, you're not going to come upstairs? Nah, my guy. I'm good. I'm going home. I got in my car and I left. And then he texted me hours later talking about, did you get home safe? Just like the last time, no response. And this time I blocked him on WhatsApp. Did I do something wrong? Like, was it all right for me to forgive him the second time around and give him another chance? Like, I think I was woman enough. I gave him another chance. Or should I just have taken the first 5 signs as it is what it is and not gave him a second chance? Like, I don't know. Do I regret it? Hell yeah, I regret it. That should have never happened. Like, I should have never. It was a waste of gas. It was a 45-minute drive. And I look cute. And let's not forget, I didn't even mention the fact that when he came downstairs to get me at his complex when I first got there, yo, dude he wasn't even cute. And my friends, they shun me all the time because, like, my friend Cece, she'd be like, yo, I'd be like, yo, I'm going on a date. She'd be like, I hope his shoe's tied. Because I went on a date before. That's for a whole nother video. I went on a date before and a dude pulled up to pick me up and he got out the car and his shoe was untied. It's like, dude, your shoe is untied and his zipper was open on his pants. That's so unacceptable. Like, if I take the time, I don't wear makeup every day. If I'm putting in eyeliner and I'm mascara, the least you could do is zipper your pants. The hell? Like, who does that? Dudes need to level up because I'm done.